Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh, you didn't hear about that?
What? I've heard about other
P.
Diddy's.
Yeah.
Yeah, his other exploits where he's getting sued and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
His exploits.
Yeah.
You talking about his sexual assaults?
The sexual assault, yeah. That's legal.
His, little fun, too much fun times.
Too much, yeah, I definitely undersold that. But
Can you email that to me?
yeah.
But he should be having a great time over there having sex with Filipinos.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Because we're fun to bang.
Yeah, are you? Yeah.
We're fun to be.
We're
the best bottoms in the world.
I never have. Yeah.
Have you ever slept with a Filipino woman? Wow,
Yeah.
why did my voice get high there?
Yeah.
Is this recording right now? This guy?
Yep. Yeah, I have.
Oh yeah. Take me there.
Well, I've slept with a half-C.
Oh wow! I bet that. Yeah, I bet you hated that.
Oh, I was like, you are not Filipino.
You do not know what I go through.
Yeah.
You don't know my struggle.
You're different. You always will be.
Wait, what's your
Unbelievable.
Wilfred?
Well, don't fuck. Here, let me just say it out loud into the podcast.
Garri, you are hilarious.
At Gmail.
When was how old were you? And when was this? What year?
I guess I didn't sleep with her, but she was a girlfriend of mine.
What do you mean you didn't sleep with her?
Senior year of high school. We just made out heavy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, heavy makeouts.
Why did it fall apart? Why did you even fall in love in the first place?
Wasn't love.
Well, whatever. Tell me everything.
Well, she's a half-C.
Sure, I know.
Her name was Shannon.
Okay.
And she lived very far away. So I was in Kent, which is 40 minutes southeast.
Uh-huh.
She was in Montlake Terrace, which is 30 minutes, so southeast of Seattle.
How did you meet?
Friend of a friend.
Oh, great.
Yeah. She's a hot piece of ass. Good juicy booty.
All right.
What?
You're talking about a high school girl here.
When he was in high school.
A high school girl when I was in high school, so now she's...
Okay. Yeah, but now I'm picturing a high schooler, and I don't want that in my brain.
All right, well, if you're...
I'm picturing a high school woman with a juicy booty. Look at me.
Just as long as High School Jeff,
Jeff
is appreciating this
well,
big
if your
fat booty.
pecker moves because you're picturing a high schooler, that's not on me.
That's true.
It is.
That's not on me.
Right now.
Oh, God.
So yeah, you met
Friend of a friend, and then I need access.
Why do you need access?
You guys are like like herding cats with you and your laptop.
I know, right?
You and your stupid laptop.
Because
and your
Garri doesn't know
problems.
how to lead the conversation, so I'm trying to get it on my computer so I can drive.
Unbelievable. So take me. You're just going to sit here quietly and stare.
No, just send the.
Oh,
just
wait.
let me have this.
Yeah, okay.
This is gonna be easier. Anyways,
yeah, no more laptop for Garri.
We were
No
just,
more
so the first
Wait,
time
were
we
you talking
made
to
out.
me or him?
First time we made out.
Okay.
It was in her living room
Were her parents there?
where they were asleep.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
My friend Kevin, who drove me there,
Nice.
was also there, and we were watching MTV2.
Okay.
Kevin was on a recliner couch or one of those recliner chairs, and then we were on the couch making out.
Oh, poor Kevin.
Oh, gosh.
I bet he was doing this move where you just stare at the TV and don't move.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I think
God,
he
that
pretended
sucks.
to be asleep.
What a bummer. But I mean, honestly, the things bros will do for each other.
Yeah.
Dude, I had to do that one night.
Yeah?
Yeah, we were in my roommate and I, we had like a loft, and like the girl came in late, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And,
Uh-huh.
like he was drunk off his ass, and I just had to I just turned to the other side, and I'm like, I'm not hearing any of this.
Oh,
I don't want to hear
yeah.
any of this. And it was that's a
I've
tough
done-
spot to be
I've
in.
done quite a bit of pretending to sleep while my friend was getting pussy.
Oh, my God.
That's all. Like just being like, okay, don't bother him.
Be cool. So, and then why did you guys break up? What happened there? What was the
I didn't
problem?
think she was that smart.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Intellectual.
Wilfred.
I need a lady with big brains.
Yeah?
Oh.
Yeah. Big
Wilfred,
brains.
I didn't know
and
you're such a demisexual.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, when they're like attracted to brains or something.
Oh, I mean, I no.
Oh, was that it?
Look, I'm sexually attracted to any intelligence level.
Yeah.
But in terms of romantic and relationship stuff,
Yeah.
you gotta have some brains on you.
Yeah.
What did she do that made you not think she was that smart?
I don't know. We were in high school, brother. This was like 15.
Hey,
This was
come
like
on,
20
Wilfred.
something years ago.
Take me there. What would she do? Did she call you Wilfie too much?
No,
Wilfie.
no. I don't know. It just wasn't like she wasn't engaging.
I like her.
Okay, I'll go back and.
Yeah.
I think
Look her up. Look her up on Facebook.
I
Let's
think
see.
she was good for
Her
you.
name is so generic I can't find her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think she was good for you. I think you screwed
Have you
up.
read this one? What's this one about?
Any ideal that can help me to improve my night game? Yeah, this guy doesn't know what to do when he's out at night.
When he's out at night.
Yeah.
I thought that was a sex thing.
His night game?
Yeah, which was a weird way to describe that. I was like,
Why
what?
is this all in Asian masculinity when it also just sounds like it's generic male dating problems?
Well,
That's a good point.
It is generic male dating problems, but there's, I think, for Asian men, there's the extra added layer of being an undesirable demographic.
But I don't really hear any of this in the stuff they write
Yeah.
or the responses they get.
Well, all right.
Right?
Should I read this? I'll go
Yeah.
ahead and read it. Yeah, living in a college town full of white people.
Oh, here we go. Well,
Yeah.
I'll take that back.
I have gone to bars for at least 30 times, and starting at around the 25th, I can occasionally make out with a girl.
Nice.
But the makeout rate is really low,
Oh, no, low rate.
which means that I have to go through a ton of harsh rejections
Oh,
so I can make out with one girl.
Jesus.
But that's normal. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
that-
that's regular. He's like, that's regular stuff. Well, I don't know. Is it?
It depends on.
As a white guy, every single night.
Every single you're just going out.
Yeah.
Jeff
Your
do-
night game is on.
You know
is
that Jeff
on.
always gets a kiss.
Yeah, I'm walking into these white clubs.
Did you know we never talked about this because I listened to it on Tough Questions.
What?
I also always get a kiss.
You always,
That's-
yeah, always get
No
a
matter
smooch.
how bad the date is,
That's right.
You go
I
for the
will make
smooch?
sure that I get a smooch.
You get a smooch.
Oh my
I won't
God.
have. I won't like. Sex means that there's got to be like more times that we're
Right.
seeing each
Yeah,
other.
there's more chemistry or whatever and all that.
But I will kiss you even though I will never see you again.
That's right.
Wow.
It's probably because when we go on dates, I bet you're similar. Probably carry the date, don't you?
I don't know. What do you mean by that?
Like when you're like at you're asking the interesting questions, you're being funny and entertaining. Usually, you're the fun one.
I think I'm like when I'm on a date because a girl's like, oh, he's a comedian. Inherently, they go, oh, he's going to be more entertaining, or
Mhm.
like because usually, like you're dating a teacher, you're dating like
A snooze fest.
yeah, a podiatrist
Mhm.
or whatever.
Yeah.
No, someone who doesn't have a lot of like their day to day isn't that fun.
Mm-hmm.
Our day to day is talking about Garri Smallpecker.
Yeah.
Which
And,
isn't small.
It's not.
Don't do that to the Asian community.
well, I mean, if we get into Korea, maybe we'll send you to Korea. You have a giant pecker over there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
do
because
well in
we're
the
so
Korean.
entertaining on the date, they leave being like, well, that was fun regardless. So then we're like, well, can I get my smooch then?
Yeah.
And they're like, you know what? You earned it because you were fun.
You earned it because I was fun.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, usually I've like kissed many women that I was like, I'm not going to see you again.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Same here.
Wow. Yeah.
But you want that smooch.
I want a
And they're
smooch.
like, you know what? I had a nice time with him.
And who knows, maybe
I laughed a few times.
I think there's
Yeah.
also a part where I'm like, maybe the smooch will be so good that I will want to see her again.
Yeah. Well, also, I think with me, too, it's also like, well, I wonder what this smooch is going to be like.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know?
You're
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah, I'm smooch curious.
Yeah.
But I also because
Curious.
I have had a couple of dates where I was like, oh, I'm gonna. The kiss was like very sexual,
Oh, really?
so I was like, we're gonna see each other again.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And that's probably what this guy's looking for. I mean, he's going out there striking out 38 times for one smooch.
Yeah.
Which
He's
Garri
got
said
stats.
is normal.
Well, I just feel like personally, yeah. The number of times, I've been rejected until I finally get a smooch. I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Do you attribute any of that to being Asian?
Yeah, how much of that is you being Asian? Sounds like Wilfred's saying none of it. And
I'm
it's
not.
all
I'm
you.
not saying none of it because mine. I've already gotten the date.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a girl that I've gone on a date with. This isn't some girl that I'm like approaching at a bar. So it's a completely different situation.
Yeah, this guy looks like he's going out at night looking to kiss somebody.
Yeah, it's his night game. He's going out. It's a smooch night.
Yeah. Which is I don't agree with this guy's existence.
Yeah.
This is weird.
I think it's also just very hard to like go out and be like, I'm going to go out to get laid, because you're kind of just setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
Or for a disgusting night.
Right, and also the culture has changed.
What do you mean?
Like going out to get laid at night it doesn't happen as much as it used to like years ago. Now it's much more online dating, dates. Like
there's apps for that.
There's apps more. It's not like the 70s.
I'm trying to think if I've ever went out and then gotten laid off of being out.
I have a couple times.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
I've gone on a couple nights where I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't really have like getting laid in mind, but like, oh.
Then it happened?
And then it happened.
Hell yeah,
like,
Garri.
I'm like surprised. I'm like, oh, okay.
What was your circumstances?
Just went out and with a couple friends and just happened to start talking.
When you crowd work someone and they give you no details.
Oh, Gary's
it was just a group of friends. We went out.
Just went out.
Gary, you're leaving them out to dry here.
I'm leaving out. Okay,
you gotta give us something to latch onto. Give me some details. Where did you go out to? Was it a bar? Was it a club?
It was a bar.
Yeah.
And
did they hook up with you because you're Asian? Were you fetishized once again?
We made eye contact. So I mean, it's weird. Like the fetishization part, where like, are you just?
We're gonna have to learn how to say that word.
Yeah.
Fetishization.
Yeah.
Fetishization.
Yeah.
And I just feel like once you make eye contact, there is some level. I'm like, oh, this guy is a handsome Asian dude, so I'm gonna go and talk.
That's
to
who
him.
you made eye contact.
That's what I'm getting in her mind. Yeah. I was like,
that's
oh.
what you. Oh.
Yeah, they look at Gary and they go, ooh.
Like, oh.
Or they go, oh.
Their eyes squint a little bit. Yeah, and they're like, oh.
Yeah. And
This
Gary's
is
like, you racist bitch.
I'm like,
all right, what do you want?
what do I have to ask? What do I need to do? Oh, man.
They immediately walk up. Is that a top knot?
Yeah.
Are you gonna expose your top knot?
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah.
So wait, so you?
There
it is.
knot.
There it is.
Whoa.
And then you just made eyes with this lady, and then you made out and
We
had
made
sex?
eyes. We talked a little bit, and found a private moment. Where,
Who's this lady?
Just some rando at the bar.
Rando, dog.
What's she look like?
Gary's out here.
I'm trying to get a picture. Go ahead.
You've never done it before?
Paint me a picture.
Paint you a picture. Well, she was a nice Dominican girl.
Ooh.
Yeah, and she was by far the thickest girl I've ever been with.
Oh, all right. You just ruined my picture.
Oh, wow, Wilfred. What? You are going to be coming out of this
I don't do.
bad guy.
I don't do.
People are going to be listening to this like, dang, he gatekeeps being
Yeah.
Filipino. He goes, you to thick women.
And yeah, yeah, man. And
Coming
yeah.
out like a dog shit, man.
You know that was a euphemism, though. By far the thickest woman.
Yeah.
That's a very nice way to put it.
Hey, I appreciated it.
And
Thank you, Gary.
thank you for
Thank you for sharing that story with me. I really appreciated that.
Yeah, and we went and got something to eat,
That's great.
and it just went from there. And
Okay.
got better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was surprised. That's what, like, guys who go out at night, like looking for whatever to hook up. I'm like, I've never had success.
Yeah, like this guy is just setting himself up for failure. And also, you're going to look desperate as shit.
Yeah, you go out to have fun.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
And then
to
that itself is what's attractive to people.
Mm-hmm.
If
Yeah,
you're,
you just got to go out and have a nice time, and then sometimes randomly, magic happens.
you know what I've been
know.
So
I felt that was right. Yeah, I know there was a little bit of magic right there, Joe.
Oh, did you feel some blood flowing?
Yeah,
I did.
You're
There
being
was some movement.
fetishized right
The,
now.
Yeah,
the
did you see
laptop
that?
moved a little.
Yeah, just a little.
I haven't checked off my Filipino man box. I go home after banging Gary. Check.
Filipino. He's got this list of ethnicities.
Every single demographic.
That's right. Well, you didn't answer that one question earlier, but you said when you get rejected, do you think it's because you're Asian?
No.
You never got that feeling?
I never get that feeling.
Well, that's good. I don't want you to have that feeling.
What do you?
Not in America.
Do you attribute it to? There's no like. Do you think like if there was a guy that was like your equal amount of handsome and charismatic that was white, would that guy have had a better chance than you?
No, not necessarily. No, I just think probably like I wasn't that interesting. Is usually what I related to.
Wow.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very introspective, Garri.
Yeah.
Don't project. I like that. Wilfred would project.
I would absolutely.
Yeah, he'd be like this. She probably thinks I'm half Filipino, and that's not pure.
Every time
she only dates purebred.
Every time I text Jeff, I'm like, oh, it's because he's not white. Every time he doesn't respond. That's what I was trying to get at.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're going to delete. Let me get a timestamp.
No. That was, you said it.
Any joke that bombs on my end is going to be deleted.
You added it in there.
But so this guy's just trying to figure out how to. What were some of the responses?
Do you have friends that are girls? Always had better success when I went out with a group that had girls or went to bars. I would see girls I knew.
That's a whole other thing for me is I can't make a move I can't flirt with a girl if my friends are anywhere near me.
Oh yeah, that I can relate to.
I cannot. I feel like I'm they're watching the whole time.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. Do you remember this one time we were at the Tiny Cupboard and comic she was kind of flirting with me. I choked. Like I've relived this moment a couple times every time I'm like at the Tiny Cupboard and I didn't like know how to respond because like you were there.
I don't remember this at all.
You don't remember? Oh, good. You're good. So then you don't remember which particular. I'm not gonna name names. I'm not naming names.
Wilfred, no.
Just type it in this document.
Garri, please.
Type it in.
Here, this is her Instagram profile.
No, I just like to keep a dossier of the women that flirt with you.
And that's funny because you called me out on it too. Like,
I did?
Yeah, like
that's
afterwards.
That's how unknowingly an asshole I am.
Oh, yeah.
Is that like I'm so constantly an asshole that this moment, no recollection of it.
Yeah, you're so self-centered. You're like, I don't remember.
You don't want your friends around. Even this guy says, I have a few wingmen, but they are pretty selfish, to be honest.
Oh, they're trying to soak up all the ladies themselves.
Always try to talk to girls who have shown interest in me. Yeah, he's got bros stealing his.
I don't think I stepped in on this one.
No, you didn't step in. You were just commenting on it.
I was just commenting about how awkward it was, probably.
Yeah, definitely. And it was just like, oh yeah, I totally choked. I didn't know how because like you were there. I think. And
this one says the last comment on this thread is go for black girls and Latinas.
That's it. That's
just straight up. Oh wait, there's more replies. Let me open this. What are the replies to that? That looks interesting.
Yeah, because I bet it. In his mind, he's like, "That's low hanging fruit. Go grab them."
Let's see. No black in this town.
What the fuck? No black.
No black in this town, and I always try Latinas.
That's actually one of the things that I watch. So the whole reason the Fung Brothers are on my YouTube feed now is because I typed in Asian dating. I'm trying to like figure out some new angles for jokes.
Okay.
And one of the things that they were talking about is like there's like three different. They said the macro, the micro, and whatever. I don't know. They were talking about like these different levels of like ways to improve, and a lot of it was like, are you working out? Are you buff? Are you like being masculine? And then one of the things that they said was maybe you need to move.
Damn.
Maybe you need to stop living where you're at.
That's what this one says. The next comment after that, it says, yeah, I would be fleeing to a non-white state ASAP if I were you. They think we're a racial downgrade.
See that, and
then the OP, the original poster says, Florida is where I'm living at, but in a pretty white town, 70%. And then this person says, Jesus.
Oh, no. The Lord's name in vain.
And what do you mean you'd be fleeing to a non-white state? What state is a non-white state? At this point, there's...
California's getting there.
Yeah, I mean, like, getting there?
Yeah.
I think every state is a mixture of everything.
But I also think
Like
that
it's
there's
predominantly. He means?
Yeah, predominantly white states.
For
I
me,
think every
I
state is predominantly white. Except
Yeah.
for California is, I think, now almost 50-50 Latino and white.
or 50 whatever
Or-
else.
yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I was going to London last year, and I was like, "Oh, I bet no one will pay attention to me. I will be like just some guy that no one." I figured everyone loved whites over there, and I was very surprised to see that like I was on Tinder and whatever, and I was very surprised to see that I was getting matches with better looking women in the UK
Oh,
than I was here.
of all ethnicities, or just how did that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I everywhere you go,
Mm-hmm.
most of the people are white.
Yeah.
So everywhere I like the matches are going to be mostly white.
Oh, and you got good attention in London.
I got some positive attention.
That's
Yeah,
fucking solid.
stood out.
Yeah, I think it was also because I was a Yank.
Yeah, you're a Yankee
Oh.
too. Yeah, you're American, so you're like, oh, he's probably got money, and he's ethnic.
Yeah, he's a Yank and he's a comedian
Yeah.
here in
Ooh.
London.
Oh yeah.
Is that how they refer Yanks? Is that how they refer to Americans?
No, that's how I was just putting it.
Yank.
You guys want to learn about James Dresnok?
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell Gary about James. There you go, Gary. There's
Was
your
that
laptop
James?
back. Or what?
Oh,
I clicked on another link to see what it was.
yeah, this guy. That's not him.
Who's that guy?
This is Travis King.
That's the guy that defected.
This
That
is
you
the
were looking
U.S. Yeah, this when I looked it up, the U.S. soldier who ran across the military demarcation into North Korea on July 18th.
This
Oh,
last July 18th.
Yeah, 2023.
Yeah, that's not this guy.
Oh, okay.
The guy defected in 2023.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
He and you know what? Oh, go on. I was gonna.
No,
mention-
go ahead.
I was gonna say like it seems like when they defect, it's usually not so much that they love North Korea, but they're trying to get away from whatever military situation they're in.
That is what
Oh.
we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. This
Because
guy.
he was. Did you see that? He was released from North Korean custody and returned to the United States last month, where he was charged with a series of offenses, including possession of child pornography,
Whoa.
assaulting fellow soldiers.
and disobeying a superior officer.
Oh yeah, that's all on the same level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, yeah,
Child pornography.
yeah. I mean, I guess if
Uh.
you get caught with child porn, run to North Korea.
Yeah.
It's better over there.
They gave him right back.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want you.
They gave him
Um,
back. Was it, you think it's because he was black?
No.
I don't know. Maybe because the child pornography maybe was probably a pretty big one.
Wait,
too.
so he ran over there
right?
with child porn in his arms.
No, he didn't.
He had some DVDs with him.
Yeah. No,
and
he just
then-
he got caught for having it in America.
Yeah.
On
Oh.
the American side.
That's why he ran to
Yeah.
North Korea.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was gonna get in trouble because he had child porn.
Yeah.
So, he
So-
was like, hopefully North Korea will take me.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Hey, we heard of you."
Yeah.
yeah.
We don't want you either. No, you're no good. You're no.
Yeah, they're like, we know we're fucked up, but
Not that
no,
fucked up.
not
Yeah,
over here, buddy.
Yeah, we have lines to cross too. James Dresnok is a guy from the '60s.
Oh, okay.
After the Korean War, he defects in 1962. But we'll go through his life. How about that?
Okay.
Are you gonna pay attention to me?
I will.
He's reading the article on this
Well,
current guy.
in this Reuters article, they also refer to other Americans that have run to North Korea.
This is like the most famous guy.
Okay.
So he's an American soldier.
Gary wants to read it so bad.
I know you.
I wanted to read ahead.
You want to stop listening to me so bad.
Yeah.
He was stationed
gatekeeping him.
in the demilitarized zone and defected to North Korea. What do you know about the DMZ?
There's landmines.
There's lots of landmines.
That's about it.
Yeah. It's also the most lush strip of nature in the world
Oh.
because there's no one allowed there. So they don't have any. There's no like pollution. There's no technology. It's all this like beautiful forestry.
It's like Chernobyl.
Well,
What?
Chernobyl's the same way.
really?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
because it's all radioactive.
it's
'cause
all
of the-
abandoned. It hasn't
Yeah,
been
so
touched
nobody's
in
allowed to
years.
go there. So like it's all like filled with wildlife and
Oh, it's like a bunch of like four-eyed parrots.
yeah. Well, they actually did just find there's a group of wolves
Yes.
that cannot get cancer.
That can't get cancer.
They are immune to cancer.
What?
Yeah, the Chernobyl wolves.
That's so wild that they discovered that, because that means they tried to give cancer to a wolf.
Yeah.
Well, they probably just took the blood and just tested it or something. I don't know how they found that out.
Either way,
But these are cancer-free wolves.
anyways. All right, James. He's born in Norfolk, Virginia, to two poor parents that couldn't stop fighting. They couldn't stop yelling at each other.
Troubled childhood.
Oh, his parents couldn't stop fighting?
Yep.
Oh,
At some
no.
point, his mom took off with the two sons, and they were sleeping in a car for months. Mom would go off at night to the bars, trying to sell her body to men.
Oh.
Yeah. She was like, "This is a sweet, sweet body. How about $30?"
She was prostituting herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that
To
meant.
support. Yeah.
Do you think any Asian men made a little purchase?
You mean from between Virginia and Atlanta, where they were found?
Mm-hmm. Do you think there's an Asian guy
This is
there?
in the. No, I don't
Nah.
think so.
No?
No.
No. So
Wouldn't that be
eventually,
something, you know?
they get to Atlanta.
What do you?
You know, he sees that. That's why he defects North Korea.
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
You know? There's something there connected.
He's
Mom
like, "Oh,
issue.
I'm trying to find my dad."
Yeah. You know?
That guy was pretty cool.
Mhm. Just a thought.
Just put it out there.
So eventually, they are found in Atlanta. His dad files for divorce, and his mom loses custody of the kids. His dad. The problem though is that his dad doesn't want the boys, so the dad gives the sons, one to his brother and one to his sister.
Okay.
So they go to their aunt and uncle, the two boys.
Each family member gets a kid.
Yeah,
Is that what you're gonna do, Wilfred?
yeah. You got if I have a kid, you guys get them.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, Gary gets one and I get one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
We can co-parent. Or if there's just, are you going to have more than one kid?
However times I blasted in
two.
Teresa.
Okay.
He's gonna have two. You know, I'm
However-
gonna tell this kid. I'm gonna look at him like, you know, your real dad doesn't love you because you're half Filipino.
He's gatekeeping his own.
Yeah, that's why he gave you up.
Yeah. This one's not interesting enough for me to,
You don't-
to raise.
I'm like, you don't get to be Filipino. Go to Jeff.
Yeah.
He doesn't think you're gonna struggle
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. We're going to have you raised as a white. We're going to have you raised. Jeff will take care of that.
Yeah. What a fun little experiment though that would be, huh?
Yeah.
Me and Gary each get a half Filipino. Gary's Filipino,
Yeah.
raises him. I'm half
Oh,
white.
what if that'd
you
be
know?
cool if I had twins. We raise them. You guys, they don't know anything about each other. When they're adults, we see where they turned out.
Yeah.
Oh,
One
yeah.
with a Filipino father, one with a white father.
Yeah.
This is a good movie.
Yeah.
This would be.
I
little
think this
social
is
experiment.
a good social experiment.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
do it,
All
Wilfred.
right.
All right.
Do it.
So so James gets sent to his aunt.
Mhm.
His aunt also didn't want him. So he ran away numerous times until one day his aunt was like, "I'm sick of this shit." Gives him back to his dad.
So he's used to running away already.
He's like, yeah, it's a big thing in his life.
Yeah,
Oh,
the man
wow.
loves to defect.
Yeah.
He can't get enough of it.
His aunt was fed up, gives him back. His dad, so at this time, this is after probably a couple years, by the time that he is given back to his dad, his father had married someone, and his dad had told that woman he only had one son. And that one son was already, like, his brother already lived with him. So the woman was like, "You have two sons. I do not want to deal with this." And then so what his dad does in response is he drives about 40 miles away to an old folks home. And he tells James that they're going to go visit a relative. And him and James go into the waiting room, and then his dad is like, "Oh, I got to go get something out of the car." Drives away. Bye-bye.
Holy shit! Wait, was there anyone at this home that
There was
knew?
no one that he knew.
Wow.
Just dropped him off at an old folks home.
Yeah.
What year was this? It was in the 70s?
This is I want to say the 50s.
Okay.
Oh, this is the 50s?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the 50s, you could drop a kid off wherever you wanted.
Just get rid of them.
Yeah, there was, you know.
I mean, if you drive 3 miles away, a kid's not going to figure out how to get back.
yeah, you just
Yeah.
drop a kid off and don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
No child predators back then either.
He steals a bike and $20, and then but he gets caught stealing this stuff and charged as a juvenile delinquent and then placed into foster care. Eventually drops out of high school and joins the army after his 17th birthday. Now we're at the big juicy stuff, right?
Right.
So he's first stationed in Germany and hates it. He thought he was going to go to the army because he was like, there's more freedom in the army. You get to go explore the world,
Yeah.
right? But then he didn't take into account all of the telling you to do stuff parts.
Yeah, there's more
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah. So he's stationed in Germany, hates it. He had I don't know what he did, but he had a minor offense, and it led to him being treated real harshly. He recalled having to clean an armored truck with a toothbrush in sub-zero temperatures.
Ooh.
I think we're talking sub-zero Celsius too, just because I don't want to blow this out of proportions.
Sure.
So maybe 20 degrees, something like that.
Still pretty cold.
He said his time in Germany was his first time considering defecting, and he would have, but what would happen was people would defect to East Berlin,
Okay.
where
The Soviets.
the Soviets were,
Mm-hmm.
and the Soviets would just give them back.
Oh.
And then when they came back, they were in trouble for defecting. So it was just like if you defect, you're kind of just in trouble with both sides.
I'm surprised
Oh,
they
yeah.
give them back.
What do you think they would? What would you do?
I mean, because when they defected over to America, I think we kept them.
When who defected?
When Soviets would.
If they had value, I mean, if
yeah,
they had,
yeah,
you
we
know what I
always
mean?
took value.
Yeah.
So I feel like when they take this guy's in the army, he probably knows a few things.
Yeah, but he's a real dumb kid.
Yeah.
This guy's 17.
Yeah, and he couldn't have been that high ranking. So
No, he was
this
not.
guy doesn't. This soldier doesn't really know anything.
Hmm.
So yeah, we don't really want him.
But
so we'll give him back.
he also he didn't defect. He watched other people defect, and then just get returned.
Oh.
So, anyways, he's in Germany, comes back to America, meets a lady, sweet lady, at church. Falls
you
in
like
love.
that church, huh, Gary? You
Yeah.
go to church still?
I still go to church.
Do you ever see hot babes there?
I do.
Really?
Yeah, there's some attractive women because I usually sit in the back, and
The creep.
Yeah. Just that, and I'm late. I'm always late to church.
He's
and
just in the back. He's in the balcony with binoculars,
just looking at butts.
trying to look down tops.
Catholic church, right?
Yeah.
So
And,
who are the hot babes? The Latinas?
There are a lot of dark-haired women that I feel like that's mostly who I'm attracted to. So if
Me
they have
too.
a thick ass and
Gary,
brown
Jesus.
hair and dark hair,
Thick ass. God.
yeah, dude, I have no ass, so that's why
Yeah,
I'm
you got to
attracted.
make up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
you
just in
do have
case.
no ass.
I have no ass.
It is wild.
I have very little booty too, but
Yeah. I don't
uh,
either.
Teresa makes up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But have
Yeah.
you seen Gary's ass, Wilfred?
Show us your ass.
It's like no ass.
Gary, stand up.
Stand up
It's-
and
It's
Come on.
comically flat.
B&E in it.
I have my wallet in there, so it might look like being in. Look at this, no ass. I don't know
How can I see your ass
Yeah,
right
turn
now?
around, show
Oh,
it
do
to
you
him.
want?
Show it
Oh,
to
I
me.
thought we were showing the people no ass. Just judge.
God.
You guys are gonna have to stand up in it.
He's got no
Get up
ass.
there.
His wallet's on the back of his thigh.
I know.
It really is. Now that I felt it, when you said that, I felt exactly where it was.
You know,
Yeah, upper thigh. It's just
I-
flat back there.
I'd love a piece of that.
Oh, thank you, Wilfred.
So he comes back, meets a lady at church, and then and falls in love. Within months, they're married, and then he gets stationed back to Germany. Got to go to Germany,
Oh.
and he's stationed there for 2 years.
Oh,
And
what base? I've been to Germany.
Probably the one you're at.
Rammstein?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he, through the whole time, he's like, I'm in love with this sexy broad, and I'm going to stay faithful. All of his buds are sleeping with prostitutes,
Mm.
you know, and whoring around because that's what you do in the army. comes back to America. Turns out she was sleeping around. She found another lover. Heart's broken, and he's like, ugh, I think there was a part of him that was like kind of semi-suicidal. And so he's like, let's go back to that army.
Oh, wow.
This time he gets stationed in North Korea, or in the DMZ. This is right after the Korean War. What do you know about the Korean War?
Shit. I don't know anything about the Korean War.
Korean War was
Shit.
Shit.
the Korean War was pretty much a proxy war between. It was the only real. It was the battles that of the Cold War were really just the Korean War. It was just North Korea and South Korea. North Korea was representing the Soviets.
Mm-hmm.
South Korea was like representing America.
Mm-hmm. And Vietnam.
And Vietnam?
Vietnam's a proxy war too.
Um,
I think Korea War was a little bit more because the Chinese were involved.
who was the proxy of the other side?
Of Vietnam?
Yeah.
They were communists.
Yeah, but that's not a proxy.
But well, I think they were getting arms and stuff from the Soviets.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But like the Korea War was actually like, I think like some Soviets and even the Chinese were involved.
Yeah, the Chinese were involved
Oh.
too.
They were doing cocaine, weren't they?
I don't know.
I thought wasn't that the story that the Chinese would do cocaine and then rush.
Oh.
They would do.
didn't
I mean,
know
the Japanese did
that.
meth. I think.
Yeah.
So the Germans.
So did the Germans. Yeah. But the Japanese would be like, they'd get them all methed out and be like, and then they would be like, all right, now you're gonna fly a plane into a boat.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. That's what
wild.
the new Godzilla.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
The main character's a kamikaze pilot that bails.
Oh,
Interesting.
wow! Big spoiler on that one.
I mean, you find out immediately.
So now we're in Korea. It's 1962.
Okay.
He's in the. This guy, he's upset that he didn't sled it up in Germany, so he's gonna sled it up in Korea, and he's like, I'm gonna sleep with all the prostitutes that I can. Every time he goes out, they would go into town in South Korea, and then they go find a new whore. And this guy had a few in his stable, but he had one that he liked the most, and he really wanted to see her this one night. But he was stationed he was like supposed to, be on patrol. So he has to leave, and his commanding officer was like, no, you can't go. And then what he does is he forges the higher ranking officer's signature and then leaves.
Oh, Jesus.
But then he gets found out that, he went to go sleep with a Korean lady that night instead of doing his job. And the next day, the commanding officer that he had lied to was like, I know you forged the signature. Come back at 3 p.m. to get court-martialed. So,
Well, that's his first mistake.
yeah,
You don't tell him what are you going to do.
I know.
You're going to run. Come back here for your spanking.
Yeah.
No way, buddy.
So,
North Korea's right up
3
there.
p.m. come. So, he's got this thing on his calendar for 3. Noon comes around. He's like, I'm going to leave. And he walks through a minefield towards North Korea.
That's crazy.
And everyone's yelling at him, Dresnok, come back. And then he fires his gun into the air, as like a warning, as like a leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
And then he drops his gun, keeps walking. How are you feeling, Garri?
This guy's made nothing but wrong choices in his life.
Wow.
Just wait till you hear.
Oh, there's more?
Oh, there's more, Gary.
So
I would argue different.
he gets to Korea. They sandbag him, which is when you put a sandbag on top of his head, and so he can't see. Yeah. Which we'll do it to you later.
Okay.
Wait, is that where the term sandbagging comes from?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What?
I don't-
When you
I
put
don't-
like a bag over someone's head
Yeah.
and take them somewhere to like a secret location.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, are you
Huh.
Ever heard that expression?
I've heard
No,
the
what's
expression,
that?
but I don't think it means that. or it derived from that.
What's are you sandbagging me?
Like you're holding on to like something, like you're not giving up everything. Like there's someone's like, give me all your
Oh.
money.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you give
maybe.
them 50, and they're like, you sandbagging me? And because you
Maybe.
got another 50 you didn't give them.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Is that what that means?
I think so.
Okay.
What did you think it means?
I feel like it means like you're sabotaging someone. Like, oh, you're sandbagging me. Like,
Oh, like a sabotage.
yeah, like sabotage. Like,
All right, well,
Yeah.
you tell the story,
Yeah.
Wilfred. I'm going to Google this. I'm curious now.
So he goes into Korea, and all the Koreans at the border are pointing their gun. They're like, "There's a big. This guy's 6'5" or 6'4", big fucking white dude walking to us, and everyone's like ready to shoot him. And then, but he's walking with his arms up, and then at some point, a guy was like, "Put your they just take him in."
okay.
They put a sandbag on his face.
Sandbagging, by the way, strategy of lowering expectations of an individual's strengths to produce relatively greater than anticipated results. So holding back, essentially.
Okay.
Oh, so
Yeah, your example is right.
I guess I sandbag all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to sandbag when I'm gonna go on. I try to lower expectations for myself. Be like, this isn't gonna be fun.
You sandbag yourself.
I'm sandbagging my yeah.
Yeah, in your own way.
Gets to Korea.
Mm-hmm.
He's put in prison. He's been questioned a lot, but he's also been just a private for 4 months, maybe.
Yeah.
So he's got no information to give, and they're questioning him. Nothing is given. They're like, fine. They put him in prison. He's sleeping, and he hears a voice, and they're like, Dresnok, wake up. This is an American voice.
Okay.
Dresnok, wake up. And he's like, it's me, Abshir. And Dresnok's like, who? I don't know an Abshir. And he said, I'm Larry Abshir. Didn't you see me in the newspapers? Dun, dun, dun.
Ooh.
So you guys need to participate in this.
Yeah,
Hold on, listen to your story.
I'm
Keep
enthralled right now.
I'm
Yeah,
Like,
truly just reading this.
Keep going.
this is
So
so. There's another American on this base.
Yeah.
In this prison.
Already?
yeah, Larry Allen Abshir had defected to North Korea
Before.
a few months before because Abshir was caught smoking marijuana in the DMZ. My man was apparently weed is abundant there, and so he was smoking doobies and got in trouble, and then he was just like, fuck it, I'm leaving.
Huh. How come this whole thing is like about this Dresnok guy, but not this Abshir guy, if he was the first to do it?
Abshir, I think it's because they made there was a documentary that was made about Dresnok while in North Korea, so we just have more information about him
Then they didn't. Why didn't they make one about Abshir?
because he was dead by then.
Oh, so they made the doc and Dresnok was still alive. So
Yes.
they're like, oh, okay, we'll go.
The
with
people
that.
that there are two characters. I'll get to the other guy. It's but there are two characters that are really the main characters of this North Korean defection, and it's because those two guys lived the longest. The other two guys died.
All right, keep going. Gary's learning.
So
Gary's getting blown away.
a year later, Abshir and Dresnok are in North Korea, and they're being used for propaganda shit. So people will take the government's taking pictures of them, putting posters of like Americans have defected to North Korea. They're even on they put them on the loudspeaker, and they have these loudspeakers that point towards the DMZ, and they're like, Garri, come to North Korea. Your pecker's huge over here.
They're just.
They're gonna treat you like a king.
No, that's not what they would say.
That's what they said.
What did they really say?
Jeff,
Wilfred.
did you look this up?
No, what did
Then
they
you don't
say?
know.
We just got to take him on his word, dude.
Were they like, it's great over here?
I want to go to North Korea right now.
Well, it was just like you're gonna be treated like kings. Like they treat us really well. They love us over here.
They're making the prisoners say this over
That's
the
what
loudspeakers.
these two guys are saying over the loudspeakers.
Okay.
Towards the American soldiers who were over there.
Yeah.
Would you defect, Gary?
Yeah, if they told me my penis was going to be bigger
Oh,
over there.
Gary, you were always obsessed with your pecker size.
I could tear
And
through
also,
that.
one of the things that they said
No.
was that if you come and you bring like your guns,
Mhm.
you will get like a stipend, a higher stipend.
Oh.
So
So as prisoners, they're getting stipends?
they're not really prisoners. They're they're
Like a political prisoner.
political prisoner.
Okay.
So two other guys show up. There is Jerry Wayne Parrish, who joins them a year later in 1963, and in 1965, Sergeant Charles Robert Jenkins. He walks across the border holding an M14 rifle.
Oh.
So all four of these guys are there, 4 white guys in all of Korea, and the 4 guys become propaganda tools. They're like I said, communist flyers. They're in those. They would actually tell North Koreans about how awful South Korea and America would be. Like James Dresnok kept telling Koreans about slavery, and he's like, "Oh yeah, America's not so great either. Slavery." And a lot of it was to get a better treatment within from the government.
So they're talking shit about America.
Yeah.
So their stipend gets increased.
Yeah. So let's see. You guys really need to
Would you do that, Gary?
Would I
Talk shit about America to get some more North Korean money?
No.
Really?
No. I would just be there for.
What a patriot you are.
Yeah.
Really? You'd be like, we're treated well in America.
Yeah, America's the greatest ever.
Yeah. Look how healthy I look.
You can go out at night and smooch a bitch.
Yeah. I'd be throwing America right under the bus.
Yeah.
yeah. I could see you doing that.
Gary's over there being like, you can get thick ladies.
Yeah.
Over in America.
Yeah. Show me where that church is. Show me where the church is, and I'm gonna find me some woman.
Yeah.
There's no church.
Yeah, you want to be a creep? Come to church with me.
I'd be like, George Bush did 9/11.
So, so they're doing. The truth of the matter, though, is that they're actually kind of uncomfortable, because they're the only 4 white guys in North Korea, and the propaganda that has been given to North Korea. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like you're making a sour face over.
No, I'm not at all.
You're just upset that white men are being treated poorly. The truth, and there's been propaganda for years throughout the entire Korean War that America is the devil. Americans are awful people and whatnot. This
sounds right.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
What, that Americans are the devil?
That North Korea would be promoting this
I thought
propaganda.
You were a patriot,
Yeah,
Justice.
I'm a patriotism.
I feel like North Koreans probably talking a lot of shit.
Yeah, so they would, whenever they go to like this, they go to the market. Mm-hmm. Everyone would look at them and whisper, like, "Oh, look at that evil, that guy's an evil white guy."
Yeah.
But if that's all they've heard, like that would.
Yeah. So all 4 of these guys are like, this doesn't feel pretty good.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine being the minority.
How uncomfortable.
So
every day.
Jenkins kind of leads the Sergeant Charles Robert Jenkins leads this charge. Like, let's fucking defect. Let's get out of here. So they try to escape to the Russian embassy, because their mindset was literally, they're white, we're white. They're gonna fucking take care of us.
Oh wow, that's a mistake.
So they go over to the Russian embassy, and the Russians are like, "No, you're North Korean. you're fucked."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they get handed back, and this is like an issue because they're like, "Fuck, we try to escape. They're gonna be even worse to us now."
Oh fuck yeah.
So they're back in North Korea, right? They're expecting awful punishment. But so this is according to James Dresnok, our main character. The Koreans didn't punish them for trying to leave. In fact, the Korean government seemed to feel bad that they didn't work harder to make them feel welcome in the first place.
Oh, that
So
sounds so Asian.
They like.
Gee, that's so Asian.
Yeah, that is so Asian. Like we didn't make you feel welcomed, even though you're our political prisoners of war. But
You don't think that? Yeah, you think that all Asians were like, "Oh, we captured an American. Let's go give them burritos.
Let's be nice to
treat
these
them
guys."
good. Let's give them a chaise lounge."
That's nice.
Chaise.
What? White people
Um,
do the same.
Oh,
No.
really?
Yeah, they were super nice in Guantanamo. They were so welcoming to all those people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They gave him water, one drop at a time.
and one drop at a time,
We always
or a
make people
lot.
feel uncomfortable or comfortable.
There you go.
Got it. You got it. So the Korean government is like they teach them the language. They're trying to teach them the culture. They're also kind of indoctrinating them on the cool things of Kim Il Sung.
Oh.
You know what Kim Il Sung is?
Yeah, Kim Jong Un's dad, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No,
These rainbows.
Kim Jong Il's dad. Kim Jong Un's grandfather.
Okay, all right.
Kim Il Sung was also the founder of North Korea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Dresnok was like very grateful for this. So it was also decided that the four guys would be better off if they lived in their own little separate location. So they gave them like or their own little white neighborhood.
Just
Little
a
gated
neighborhood for
community.
white
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Nice little
The four
gated
white
community.
Yeah, even across the entire planet, we still
Yeah.
get gated
Yeah.
communities.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
nice little cul-de-sac.
Just a tiny bit of gentrification.
Yeah.
They get a Whole Foods.
Yeah. Prices of things went up.
Yeah. Just baristas all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So they get, and they also get servants, like people that would check in on them, and then they go to the supermarket for them. If these guys needed to go anywhere, they would get driven there, chauffeured.
Sounds like a good life.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
you said
Right.
this Dresnok making bad decisions.
Yeah.
Worked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So at this time, Kim Jong
You guys want to
Il.
capture me?
You want
You and Wilfred want to capture
Oh
me?
yeah.
to and give you your own little like.
You just want to get tied
cul-de-sac.
up by us.
Yeah. For an entirely different reason.
Oh, no.
Wilfred.
Oh no! Don't touch my butthole.
Oh no! I haven't eaten in days.
All right, we'll go get you something to eat.
Don't beat me off.
Not again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are freaks.
Yeah. This ends in a threesome.
Yeah.
Gosh.
What's it called again when you don't want to when you get beat off until you don't come? Like to
Huh? Edging?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't edge me.
Oh, jeez. Ask the question, then does the bit. Go back to your story.
I'm going to edit it so that the question isn't asked. Okay. Kim Jong Il, the son of Kim Il Sung.
Okay.
He's the minister of propaganda at this time. And this is a thing that I'm going to cover in another episode. Kim Jong Il loves movies. Fucking loves them. He had a collection of thousands of movies. But he's in North Korea, right? And they don't have they don't get Western media in there.
Right.
So Kim Jong Il is the only one who loves movies like this. And we'll on a later episode, I'll explain how that affects like North Korea and all countries around them. But
This guy's just getting like bootleg VHS or something.
he's Kim Jong
Yeah, he's
Il.
whatever he wants, yeah.
He's getting the real ones, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
The current guy,
Kim Jong Un.
is it Un? He loves, is it Royal Crown? Some kind of specific, like, it's either Royal Crown, Cognac?
Cognac.
Cognac?
Crown Royal
Royale.
from Canada.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
He, like, loves, so, like, tons of
He's
it.
Oh.
Kim Jong Il also loved. I think Kim Jong Il was the number one purchaser of Crown Royale in the whole world.
Oh wow.
He had I mean, he's just a drunk fucking
Loves
leader.
the stuff.
grief.
Getting hammered and watching A Bug's Life.
Yeah.
He's got like this collection of Pixar movies that like it's unparalleled. He's
Yep.
got the Disney Vault in North
What's
Korea.
that? Do you guys ever like hear about what was going on in Saddam Hussein's hard drive? He had
No.
he had like the movie Ants on there.
Oh, yeah, did he?
With Woody Allen.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh okay.
Okay. Kim Jong Il loves movies, and the four men were cast as the evil Americans in every movie for like a few years. So they end up becoming movie stars in North Korea.
No shit.
Yeah, like Dresnok was affectionately referred to as Arthur, which was one of his like more famous roles.
Wow.
So, yeah,
So they wow, this is
they become
all right.
stars.
Yeah, they're like a bunch of Dolph Lundgrens.
Um,
Was he the bad guy in Rocky?
He was the bad guy in Rocky.
so yeah, Dresnok was happy. Jenkins was not. Jenkins was, I think, as soon as he went to North Korea, he was like, "Fuck, this was a mistake." Like I think he thought that he was going to defect, get returned, and then he was trying to get out of going to Vietnam. Actually, he was told that his platoon or whatever was gonna get shipped to Vietnam. So I think he was trying to leave to North Korea so that he could get kicked out of the army.
Oh.
Yeah.
Smart move, to be honest.
Well, that's if it works out.
Right.
But it didn't work out. He was stuck in North Korea.
Yeah.
So let's get to so there's stars and everything. One evening, Dresnok goes to a local restaurant and spots a beautiful white lady. What?
Plot
Her
twist.
name was Doina Bombea, and she was the first non-Asian woman that he had seen in years. Becomes quickly enamored. He goes over there, starts flirting his ass off, and he asks her on a date within minutes. Eventually, the two get married, and not long after have children. And turns out, though, Doina was kidnapped. Yeah, she's a Romanian lady, kidnapped from Italy while she was studying over there. And she was kidnapped to be his wife.
Oh, so it was a setup.
No, that was her favorite restaurant, Garri. He just happened to go in.
Oh man. This was arranged. This was an arranged.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Garri.
The North Korean government
Captain
kidnapped
Obvious. Yeah.
her. Yeah, they were kidnapping tons of people back then.
Yeah, but back then, so these four guys, they tried to. So they didn't let them like have any relationships with the girl. He's still laughing.
No, fine.
You know.
They didn't let any of these guys have relationships with Korean women. That was against the law. But they wanted to keep them happy.
Okay.
So they would kidnap women to be their wives. And the idea, only him and there's another guy that married a Lebanese woman. So they had white wives. Another one, I think one of them married a Filipino, and then one of them married a Japanese girl. But the idea initially was that they would kidnap white ladies so that these guys can produce white kids. They would be white North Koreans, and their kids would be spies, and could go around, Western nations and spy on them and all that shit.
Interesting. Yeah. Dude, my watch is going off right now. Sorry. I gotta turn off the alarm. Sorry. That's why I gave you a weird look.
Are you distracted by your watch?
Yeah, my little shock watch
Oh
here.
no, he's driving him nuts.
Yeah, you're driving me nuts.
Yeah. Dude,
right.
that disparaging look.
So they wanted. Wait, well, why did they? If they wanted these white children spies, why did they kidnap Asian women?
I think they ran out of white ladies.
I mean, they're everywhere.
I mean, all over here, but they weren't
what,
over
North
here.
Korea?
Yeah.
Plus, it's easier to kidnap people. I think they had a kidnapping ring in Japan and China, so they would just like kidnap people there.
Yeah. Well, I feel like they could have gone to like Hong Kong. That was British owned at the time, I believe.
Yeah, well, I don't know how many British ladies are there.
At least a couple.
Yeah, but I bet
They're
they're protected pretty heavily.
I don't know.
They're probably already like the reason they're there. Is
They're probably spoken for.
yeah. That's the words.
Yeah.
I mean, you're kidnapping. I don't think that stops you, kidnapper.
I think they
It becomes more problematic. It becomes more problematic though.
She's got a ring.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, she's got a ring. Let's respect that man's marriage.
She's got a ring.
So Dresnok eventually becomes like a teacher. He becomes a professor at the university teaching English.
Okay.
And one of the things that I don't know if he comprehended his impact on things was that so every new technology is written in English. Not every new technology is written in Korean. So this guy is actually teaching them how to advance their society technologically.
Oh.
So you can probably like link Dresnok to being a very impactful person to like developing nuclear weapons.
I don't know if I go that
That's a huge
far.
jump, though. Yeah, he doesn't sound that smart to me.
Let
Yeah.
me have my thing.
No, I'm with
He doesn't.
Garri.
No.
Yeah, me and
This
Garri
guy
are
doesn't.
out.
He's like a private or something. He's a
Yeah.
low-ranking
He's
soldier.
speaking. He's teaching them English. They don't. No
Yeah.
one knows English.
Also, they figured out how to use a microwave.
Yeah.
Thanks,
They're,
Garri.
yeah, they're not going to figure out nuclear bombs from this dude.
I'm saying like there's like he's like the great grandfather of nuclear bomb.
Yeah, get him.
That's a
Garri.
stretch. That's a stretch.
Garri says it's a stretch.
Yeah.
All right. Well then, let's see what else I have to say.
Yeah.
He has 2 sons with his white lady. She dies. The other guys, so Abshir dies and Parrish die, and so it's
Perished.
just
Pretty
Dresnok
good.
and Jenkins. These guys hate each other. Like there's actually a moment where like Dresnok. So Jenkins would always say that like Dresnok was like working for the Koreans and he would like bully us because he was like so much bigger. Dresnok claimed that Jenkins was trying to boss them around and Dresnok wasn't having any of it, so he would beat the shit out of Jenkins.
Oh shit.
Eventually Jenkins, like his wife is Japanese. There's this moment where Kim Jong-il is like, yeah, we kidnapped some Japanese ladies. and they make a deal where she can go back to Japan and visit her family. And they think like, oh, she's got kids, she's got a husband here, she's not gonna stay. She stayed. And Jenkins was like, I don't want to be here anymore. There's no reason for me to still be in Korea. So he also leaves and has lives with her, and they actually stay married for the rest of their lives.
So they both are able to leave North Korea and go back to Japan.
You know what's interesting is Jenkins, this does make him a cool guy. He goes and he's like, if you want to get divorced, it's fine, because I understand that you were kidnapped and you were forced to marry me. So if you want to get a divorce, we'll do it right now. And but she didn't. She loved him, and so they stayed together the rest of their lives.
You can learn to love.
It's pretty sweet.
You know? What happened to their kids? Were their kids stayed over there?
I think they're in Japan.
So their kids got to go too?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. So Bombay dies in 1997, and then Dresnok marries his third wife. Remember, he was married once in America.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman is the daughter of a Tongolese diplomat who had slept with a Korean woman. So she's half Korean, half African.
Okay.
And guess where he meets her?
Wait, slept with a Korean woman.
Yeah, so a Tongolese diplomat had slept with a Korean woman
And their
years
offspring.
before, and their offspring ends up being Dresnok's third wife.
Oh, I see.
And he happens to meet her in the same exact restaurant that he met Doina.
It's a very special restaurant.
It's lots of love in there.
Yeah, that's all you need.
You have to know, like, if you're going to this restaurant again, you're probably going to meet somebody.
I'd be going to that restaurant all the time.
Yeah.
That's where that one guy needs to go for his night game.
There you
Oh,
go,
yeah, there we go.
Gary.
Hey, that's good podcasting.
Just hits a triple double.
But yeah, that's pretty much the story of. Do you guys have any questions?
Well, he marries his third lady,
Yeah.
and then what? He died. Is he still going? What's going
He
on?
died in 2016.
Oh, he
Oh.
recently passed.
Jenkins died in 2017.
Oh, okay. Jenkins outlived him.
Jenkins outlived him.
In
What's that?
Japan, he got to go back to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people live longer in Japan.
Yeah.
Got that Western medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's the healthier diet and shit.
Yeah. Dresnok was probably eating that night soil.
Yeah, he was eating that bad vegetables.
Yeah. Well, Dresnok was just he didn't have anything that he had to do except for be in movies every once in a while. And then at some point he stopped being in movies. So he would just drink and smoke. I watched a documentary about him, and the entire time he was smoking a cigarette, drinking beer, getting trashed. So he's a party animal.
Yeah. And his wife's still there?
I'm sure she is. They kind of stopped paying attention. Like everyone
she gets
just
no info,
stops
huh?
paying attention to this family as soon as he dies.
And then you showed me. Did we look up his son speaking North Korean or speaking Korean?
Yeah. His son's real, just white dudes that sound Korean as hell.
Okay.
Yeah, they're white North Korean dudes.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
Just wearing the military shit.
I was just listening to this podcast. It's like this doofy, like, there's a lot of channels on YouTube and like podcasts that exist where it's just a guy who was in the military talking about military shit. So they're covering history, but they're idiots. No, and this guy was just like, it's so fucking crazy. They're these two white guys, blue eyes, just sounding like Koreans.
Man, dude, that always creeps me out. Have you seen like those videos of like white guys who's speaking like Tagalog or like Bisaya?
Yeah,
and it's
I've
perfect.
met quite a few.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, always just like, oh, whoa.
Does that creep you out, Gary?
He does creep
Am
me
I
out.
not allowed to speak your language?
Well, if it's for like, it's always like these creepy guys who are learning the language so they can meet women,
Absolutely.
and so it's just like,
Yeah.
whoa, dude, you're getting too much. This is too. I don't. It's creepy.
Well,
Yeah, we're
somebody-
after your women.
No, you're not.
Give us your tasty.
Give us your yummy women.
you gotta.
Is that why you're speaking English?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you gotta appreciate they're doing their homework.
They are. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
It's
putting
not
in the
a
effort.
snatch and grab.
Yeah. We're not pulling a
Yeah.
North Korea.
Yeah.
We're learning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Learning the culture.
Yeah. First thing we learn how to ask, how old are you? What? Good question.
It is. You should learn that.
They
in
first
any
learned
language.
the number 16.
Yeah. How old are you, and what is the age of consent in this country?
Yeah, every time they count, they start at 16. That's- oh man.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's James Dresnok.
Yeah. What do you think, Gary?
It sounds like
Worked out for him, didn't it?
It did, yeah. After all that like heartache and
Didn't sound like there's a lot of there wasn't a lot of heartache once he started walking over there.
no, he was on board. But I mean, just it sounded like he had a very troubled. His life turned out better than I thought it would.
Yeah, isn't that
Yeah.
kind of funny?
Yeah, like he became
His
a movie
life-
star.
Yeah, his life got way better by going to North Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would go to North Korea to try to get a stand-up special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they offered it, if
Yeah.
Kim Jong Un was like, "Hey man, you can do an hour here,"
Yeah.
you'd be there immediately. Yeah. Well, there's also like their propaganda videos are pretty good. Like there's some ski resort. Like I remember watching like a Vice thing on like these white guys that went to North Korea just to see what it was like, and they had like they took them to this ski resort, and they were like the only people there. So it sounds like it's good to be
Yeah.
white in North Korea.
Yeah,
You
you
think I
get
should go?
you get a little you get some Jim
Yes,
Crow.
definitely.
I mean, honestly, that sounds like the best Jim Crow situation in the world, where like the white people get their own separate little place, but it's also nice.
Yeah.
I
Very
mean,
nice.
yeah. That's how nice Asians are.
That they set
Yeah.
you up. You give your own little
I was
cul-de-sac.
talking to Dylan Palladino, and he was talking about how he went to the Philippines and they were like so hospitable, like they were so nice and took care, like they're like giving us anything that we wanted. And I was like, that's probably why it was so easy to take the Philippines every time.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
happened around the world. Was
Yeah,
white
there's-
people kept going places.
Yeah, Spain shows up and they're like, oh yeah, take the land.
Come on in.
Go ahead.
Everyone's so nice. They're like, just
Yeah.
take it all.
America comes like, go for it. Go ahead, take it. Build a naval base. We'd
Yeah.
love.
So really, whose fault is it?
It's still.
Well, with that, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on YouTube at Wilfred Padua on YouTube. That's where you'll find all of these podcasts. We need the listeners, or the shit's gonna die. You hear that, Mr. Salty? You better
Yeah.
fucking subscribe.
I'm
And
sure
I'm
he
at
has.
Wilfred Padua on everything. Gary,
I'm gonna plug the show. Follow at Secret Comedy at Secret Comedy NYC. Yeah, this is a show every Sunday night at Beauty Bar.
Yep.
Oh.
Secret sauce, baby.
There you go.
You guys, you got to start charging for that.
Make a little money.
Yeah, well, we have a tip bucket now, and so
How much you make?
it's okay. It's enough to pay the comic something.
Well,
you
that's
gotta
nice.
start charging.
Yeah, it's been packed.
$10, man.
Dude, that'd be wild. Well, I'll talk it over with.
Yeah, you make $40.
Oh, dude, it'd be Dude, you've been there when it's full. You know it's more than $40.
Yeah,
It would be. Yeah, that would be ridiculous.
It's still
dude.
kind of a hectic room.
Yeah. There's still because
Like-
it's so. There's just still like a level of chaos that I.
Yeah,
I
there's just
enjoy.
always chaos there.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right.
And I'm always at New York, Jeffrey.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.